Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here. Am I the only one who believes the pressure is really starting to get to Anthony Joshua and maybe, just maybe, this guy is starting to crack? Joshua of course did an interview with Sky Sports and he touched on numerous topics, as we know, but the topic that really caught my eye was him speaking about Andy Ruiz Jr. and what alarmed me was the fact that he put his first defeat down to a lucky punch landed by Ruiz. Now, I'm paraphrasing, but this is essentially what he said. Andy Ruiz Jr. is a good fighter, but he's not that skillful, and he won by a lucky punch sent by the gods. Now, whether Anthony Joshua is saying that for the camera or not, we don't really know, but if he truly believes that, and that's his mindset going into the rematch, then that's not a mindset that encourages development or improvements. If you truly believe you got caught by a lucky punch, why would you really change that much if that's how you truly feel? And if he's going in there with that mindset, he could be again upset by Andy Ruiz Jr. He could get himself knocked out again. I don't understand the comments that Ruiz won by a lucky punch. I've seen Anthony Joshua fanboys back that comment up as well. I mean, Anthony Joshua has always kind of struggled with shorter guys who come forwards and put their punches together from way back since the amateurs. You can even go back to Anthony Joshua's amateur defeat to the Romanian heavyweight Nistor. Nistor knocked him out. He was a small, come-forwards fighter who put his shots together with decent speed and aggression, and Joshua really struggled in that fight. He struggled in spells against Carlos Takam. He had problems with Povetkin. There's a pattern here with smaller fighters. For me, that's what Joshua needs to be looking at. That's what he needs to be addressing. He needs to be addressing the fact that he can't keep range against these guys, that he struggles to manage the distance. He needs to be working on his feet. He needs to be working on throwing a more consistent jab. He needs to be working at getting full leverage into his right hand to keep range. He needs to be working on how to tie these guys up on the inside. These are the things Joshua needs to be worrying about. And if you're going in there with a mindset that the first defeat was due to a lucky punch, is he really going to address these issues? He's not so far in his career, and with that mindset, I can't count on him improving them for the rematch. Joshua in this interview with Sky Sports was very out of character. He was a lot more snarly, snappy and aggressive, and he really looked like he didn't want to be there and he was struggling to keep the act up. Anthony Joshua needs to give his head a shake, get his ass into gear and make improvements. He's got the rematch. The route is there to redeem yourself. But with this mindset, with this attitude, I'm really not convinced. I think this defeat has really hit Anthony Joshua hard, like it should do by the way, but it's how you come back from it and it's how you respond. To me, Joshua has been showing delusions of grandeur. If you truly believe Ruiz beat you by a lucky punch, then I really don't know what to tell you. And if you believe that as a fan, again, I don't know what to tell you. Even before round 3 where Ish hit the fan, rounds 1 and 2 were competitive. Ruiz was living with Anthony Joshua. Ruiz wasn't getting schooled. Ruiz was getting really close with a lot of power shots, and the first 2 rounds were very competitive. It was not down to a lucky punch at all. Andy Ruiz got his tactics right and he got the win. Joshua, like I said, he really needs to shape up, get his mind right and make the necessary improvements for the rematch. Otherwise, there's a big chance he'll get knocked out again. And by the way, this is one thing that's always annoyed me in regards to boxing. The term lucky punch, for me it doesn't exist in boxing. Boxing, you are throwing a punch that is designed to land on your opponent and cause damage. If said punch causes enough damage to render them unconscious, that's not luck. You threw that by design. You threw that punch to cause damage. Maybe it happens in a fight that, is one-sided and the guy who's getting beaten up lands that punch. It's irrelevant. It's still not luck. He threw that punch with the intention to hurt. I don't get this term, lucky punch. Doesn't exist for me. But yeah, that's just really a mini tirade. I've just always been wound up by that phrase. I just don't believe in it. But yeah, interesting story, interesting comments by Anthony Joshua. Do you believe he's cracking under the pressure? Do you believe he's going into this rematch with the wrong mindset? I do, personally, but I'm intrigued to hear your thoughts, of course. Share your opinions below. Peace.